Hello YouTube, HP Zeta here again today, and as always something a little bit different. What you're seeing in front of you is my little VGA display. So what I like about this is it has a very nice stand. It's semi-portable. You can take it where you need it, put it down and then work on whatever you want to work on. And it uses a little barrel plug. It takes 12 volt in. I'm actually feeding it 9 volt at the moment. And then it has VGA, which I don't know if I can show you on camera, but there's the VGA lead. It's a bit off camera, but that's as close as I can get it because it's currently plugged in. And it has audio and video. So these two here. I think it's not audio and video. I think it's only like 2 AV channels. So let's just see video 1, video 2, AV1, AV2. So it's 2 videos. It doesn't actually have audio, which that's a bit negative, but that's not the end of the world. But yeah, it's very good quality. The picture quality is very visible. It has one big negative thing though, is no matter where you take it, you have to find a power point, a little power point that you can connect this into. So what we're going to do today is I'm just going to experiment a little bit and just see what else we can do to get this working. As a worst case scenario, we'll have to open this up and see if it has a regulator in there that we can either bypass a regulator or not use it at all, because I want to run this little screen from Powerbanks so that it's fully portable. So you can literally just put this down somewhere, plug in the video, and then away you go. So right, let's start working on this quickly. It's going to need some TLC, but that's not a big problem. I'm sure we can puzzle something out. I'm drinking my Coca-Cola. So let's see what we can do with this. So the first thought I had is to use one of these little step-up boost converters. It takes a DC input voltage, in this case 5 volt, and then it outputs whatever voltage I want out of it. The problem with doing these is that there's going to be quite a big loss of voltage when it comes out of here, because there's no free lunches when it comes to electronics. You know, power goes in, okay, and then it boosts it, but at the bottom of that you start losing amps. Okay, so efficiency goes out the window if you use one of these. So I'm not going to use one of these unless it's the last resort. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the bit more severe thing of just unplugging this, moving the cords out of the way, and then we're going to open this up and just see if there's not already a voltage regulator in here, which I'm 100% sure there's going to be one that does something. We just need to see what it does. So if I had to guess, 5 volts is a very common voltage, so it's probably going to drop that 12 volt down to 5 volts. If we're completely unlucky, it'll drop it down to 3.3 volts, but even that's not too bad. So let's open this up. You see there's this little clip at the back, and there's some wires and stuff there. Let's get a screwdriver that'll fit. With my luck, my screwdriver is going to be out of reach. It's too big. There we go. So I'm just going to open up all of the screws, and then it probably has a bunch of clips holding itself together. So those are quite tiny, and I see those are self-tapping screws. So you have to be careful when you put it back onto it so that you don't strip them. Okay, so I actually believe that this actually only goes into the plastic, it doesn't hold anything, but this at the back definitely acts as a strain relief. So that needs to go out. There's also some self-tappers. So that's the strain relief that just clips on top there and it offers some strain relief. It just clips off. This thing is extremely easy to open. I'm just going to detach. Okay, this actually includes the power, but I see that you can like detach it here, and that just feeds in like that, and then you can take the back cover off. Now very careful, because this isn't keyed properly. This has some spare pins here at the back. I don't know what they're for. I'm just gonna plug this back in like that. And now I can already see what looks like two voltage regulators here. So the big question is which one is first and which one does what. So one of these will drop down to 3.3 volt for the controller and everything. I don't like that it has this capacitor just like floating in the breeze. That's not a good setup. This whole board is actually just held in with double-sided tape. So this is actually like extremely hackable if you want to mod it or change it or anything like that. What is nice here is that the VGA looks like it's proper VGA, has all the little connectors there and stuff. Now you do get these boards that has HDMI as well, but I chose the VGA when I purchased this one because you can easily get a HDMI to VGA adapter and then you can use both. So let's see what will be the best plan of attack here. Let's first see where everything goes. So I've got my multimeter here. I'm just going to set this to continuity. Okay, you guys can see nicely what's happening there. Okay, and now we're just going to take the red wire, which is the second one from that side. That's it there. Just want to buzz out if this goes to any of these. So let's try this little regulator here first. No, it does not. Now that is interesting because I would have thought that it'll go through here and hit one of those regulators, which it doesn't. So does it go to the cap? No. Oh, this wrong red wire. Okay. So when you're measuring, make sure you don't measure it from the VGA cable. Okay, so we're going to stick the probe on the little red there, and I want to see which one of these it goes to. So it certainly doesn't go to that one. This one maybe. So it doesn't directly go to any of those. Does it go to the? It goes to this capacitor here, and then it goes probably onto this little 8-pin device, which is probably a boost buck. Because you can see that all of those pins on the side there is actually connected. Here we go. It touches there, and then all of these are connected on this side. No, they're not. It just looks like that. So that actually makes our lives quite a bit more difficult. See, there's our ground. Let's see on these which side is ground. So this long thing does not go into any of those. That is interesting. That I would have thought that one of those two would be the little linear regulator, which it's not. which kind of makes my life very difficult. This does actually have a spot here for a little buzzer or speaker. Is there more circuitry on the back? Yeah, there probably is, but we can't reach those. So it goes out. I know it goes into this capacitor here for filtering. It's a 55 volt capacitor. Goes through, goes to that device. So what is this device? It's a XL1509. So what we're going to do now is I'm quickly going to go grab my phone, which conveniently isn't with me, and I'm just going to look online and see what that is. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got the schematic here, and it's actually fairly easy. I'll see if I can't zoom in on this for you. Turn that like that. Make sure my phone doesn't switch off. Okay, so let's see if I can show you guys what that looks like. So as you can see, here's the schematic. So power goes, okay, the load, okay, on this schematic power goes in from that side, 12 volt. Okay, it goes through a filter cap, and 5 volt 2 amps comes out the other side. So I don't know how good you can see that, but I'll probably have to just take a screenshot and then I'll put the screenshot on for you. So that is the average connection here. So you can see there's 2 caps here, and I presume that this cap is going to be the one that goes out. Okay, and so we need to check, so the one side of the coil, which is here, okay, and that's going to be positive, and the grounds are connected all, so we can just use a ground from there. So we just have to check this coil and see which side of the coil goes where. So we're just going to check quickly and just see. So here's our coil. It goes up to there, then it goes to there. So I'm fairly sure at this stage that's going to be, so we'll see if our ground goes, there's our ground. So that goes to the coil, that goes from the chip to the coil, so it goes from there to there and out. I'm just going to zoom you guys in so that you can see a little bit better what I'm seeing. There you go. So basically the 12 volts goes from here, goes to this little device here via this pin. The output then goes to this coil, that pin, which goes then to this device here, which is going to be our solder point. And then ground also goes to this device, but ground, I can just solder my ground to there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just quickly going to do a sanity check, which is just like between here, and just see what the voltage is that I'm getting. So we're just going to power the device on quickly. Zoom you guys out a little bit so that you can see. Okay, so first things first is check the actual incoming voltage. It should be about 9 volts, I think this transformer was. 8.85. And then if we take it to here, we should have 5 volts. Here we go, 493. So if you're wondering why it's negative, it's just because I have my probes the wrong way around. That's a digital multimeter, it doesn't matter. So here's, we need to solder our 5 volts to here, and then the other one to here. That's it. That's how easy it is. So I'm just going to go and look for a donor USB cable, and then we'll look this up quickly and see if it works. What's nice is this little device here, if you have a look at the data sheet, It clearly says that it's a maximum of 2 amps, so yeah, this whole screen will definitely be able to run on a power bank, which a lot of the power banks has a 2.1 amp output, so I'll just use one of those, and Bob's your uncle. We just have to connect it and make one that works. Right, so I've got my donor cable here. It used to be a micro SD, but it's a very thin micro SD. I'm hoping that it's only 2 conductors in here. If it's 4, then I'll keep on looking, because this will be too thin to get 2 amps through it. So I want to have a little bit of slack coming out. So, well, you know what? Let's just keep things the same length. Yeah, it's about the same length. I'll cut it about there. Yes, this is a 2 conductor cable. Perfect for what I wanted to use it for. Unfortunately, my wire strippers, I do have this set, which should be okay for this. Okay, so it's a bit small. This is the worst set of wire strippers I own. So let's get this stripped. But at the same time, I don't want to, these cables are so thin inside, I don't want to like damage them. So let's see, I should have my little knife here somewhere. Or we should just actually twist it to do a proper strip. So let's see if I can do that. Got that there. Let's give it a little twist. There you go. Perfect. So I've got my USB here. It only has 2 little wires there. One is going to be positive, the other one is going to be ground. So I just want to take this off a little bit. There we go. Okay, so let me zoom you guys in so you get the best view possible. So I'm just gonna this is the completely wrong tip for this, but you know what? I don't come prepared, so now let's just do this properly. I'm just gonna flip this around. There you go. I should have used the other tip, but oh. Push the temperature up. Perfect. That's it. That's done. I'm fairly confident this will work. So now we just have to figure out how we're going to connect this. So I think what I'll do is I'll just let it run out with this cable here. Let's get rid of this Alright, so all my screws are back in. Turn this around. So now I have a USB output, which let's test that quickly. I don't really have a power bank on hand. I do have a little transformer. I've got a little power supply. I don't know if this power supply works though. There we go. Let's see if that... Perfect! And you can see here's the power cord, not connected to anything. And that works. If you don't believe me, there's the USB. Bing! Perfect. So now what I'll do is I'm just going to stick a power bank onto the back of this. So I'll stick one onto here or there, and then you just plug in the USB on there, and then you've got a portable unit. That is absolutely amazing. You can still like do your tests and stuff. So what I'll do is I'll show you what the end of the result looks like. I'm sure you guys are going to like that. But yeah, that's how you can add USB power to one of these little LCD screens. It's 5 volts, so you can literally use this to like create a little portable screen or something if you want to. Let's screw this back in. Hello YouTube, so this is the end result. I've got my USB here. We tested it earlier just using a normal USB power adapter, one of these. And I thought it's not going to be fair of me just to show you that. Ideally what I'm going to use, I'm going to use this power bank. And that's going to get double-sided taped, which I'm out of double-sided tape. It's just going to get double-sided taped like to the back of this, like that. This has 4 18650s in it, so it has plenty of power. Just want to see if it works. Plug it in. It is taking charge, and there we go. There the screen is running without any power connected, which is awesome. That's exactly what I wanted it to do. And now what will happen is every time you want to charge the screen, you just unplug this. So when you're done using it, you just unplug it, put a charger on your power bank, and then use it. And that's the one critical flaw now dealt with. So this screen is now perfectly portable, so I can use this for all of my projects to test computers and stuff. And yeah, absolutely fantastic. I hope you guys enjoyed it half as much as I enjoyed making it. And I'll see you all next time. So that's all from me, HP Zeta. Until next time, cheerio. Hello YouTube, today's shout out is HTE's Totally Unoriginal Gaming Show. As you can see, it does absolutely amazing reviews. I've basically accidentally found him over at Twitter, and he's done some anime reviews, lots of very good anime there, and recently some game reviews. And I'm honest, when I accidentally discovered him, I started watching one or two of the gaming reviews. And I promise you that whole evening I didn't stop watching. I've basically watched his entire back catalogue. Of course, I'm not signed in with my account at the moment, but I am subscribed to him. He's currently got 449 subscribers, but I'm honest, he puts in a huge amount of polish, far more than I put in any of my videos. And these reviews are extremely professional, high quality. The audio is good, the visuals good, the gameplay is good. I really don't see any reason why he shouldn't have 50,000 plus views by now. He's also very active on Twitter, so I suggest that you have a look at his Twitter page as well. Lots of activacy for smaller channels, absolutely brilliant. I highly recommend you follow him on there as well. But start with the YouTube stuff. You'll notice if you watch any of his videos that the quality is absolutely amazing. I'm sure you guys will subscribe after just watching one of those. So link to his channel down below. As of the YouTube apocalypse, none of my videos are monetized. If you enjoy my content, can you please consider supporting me either via Patreon, or if you just want to make a once-off donation, you can do so via Coffee. Both of those links are down in the description, and any support would greatly be appreciated.